Hey guys, welcome to our Sweet Home Life. It's time to start planting. And we started these seeds the other day, and it's been 7 days from now, today, that I started these seeds indoors. And the reason we start them at a certain time is because these seeds are these seeds. And you need to know when to start them indoors. That these seeds have a map on the back side of them. It tells you when to start them or when to plant them outside after all danger of frost. Days to germinate is 10 to 12. Depth in the soil, and it tells you all about planting that seed. You can find your zone. We are actually in zone 7B. And you can go online and find that. I had it somewhere, a map that showed you what zone you were in. Go on that map and look. And then these seed catalogs, I'm going to tie it all in a minute. These seed catalogs will tell you when to plant these. It tells you how many days to germination and when you can get your first harvest. So that's what those are. Also, this is the Farmer's Almanac. It's a real good source for planting of crops. Tells you all kinds of little tips. But you see that we're not in Birmingham, but we're close to Birmingham. And that, what does that say, Glenda, down there?
Alabama, first, last.
Frost. That's your frost date. The first frost and the last frost.
This is the first and last frost.
Just stop the video and find your state. Stop the video, so you should be able to see it.
Okay, hopefully you can see that.
Well, our last frost is, what is it? April the 1st, I think it is. And our first frost is October the 20th. And so you know you're going to have a frost in between those, and so you can't plant during that time unless it's indoors. And anyway, this right here is the seed catalog I was talking about. It tells you all kinds of tips, and it talks about the seeds and what you can do, what types they are. It goes on into detail. It tells you how to space them and what your yield is and all kinds of stuff. Can you see that, Glenda? But any place you can get a farmer's place, a gardening supply, they will give you a handbook like that. This just so happens to be in this southernstates.com. You can probably go online and get you one sent to you guys, but these are where you get a lot of your information about what you want to plant, what kinds of seeds and plants you want and for your area. All of it comes out right there. Anyway, and so this is another thing. This is the, tells you how to amend your soil. We get these here in Alabama at the Auburn University. You can send off and get these, and they will send you a little box, and you'll go around your yard and you'll dig up several samples and put them in here and mail this to Auburn Extension Service here in Alabama. Probably you might be able to mail it from anywhere in the U.S., but it costs you some money. It's not very much. And they'll send you this little package that tells you how to get samples throughout the yard. And it will tell you what all you need in your soil. And it will send you a printout of what your soil needs and how to amend that soil for certain crops. That's what I did years ago, and that's the reason I put lime on my place. It told me I needed 1,500 pounds of lime. And like I say, guys, this is where we are with it. It looks to me like they're coming out of the ground good over here. Getting back to this. These are my early squash. We planted those on March the 1st. And look at them puppies go. You see how that little greenhouse does there, miniature greenhouse? These haven't came up yet, but they're not supposed to come up for a while. 12 to 14 days, that seed catalog said, germination. These, look at those little puppies go. I'll wait till they get a little bit bigger, then I'll plant them in a pot like this. You see that? I pulled that out of my greenhouse. It had volunteers, and that is a tomato plant. I'm gonna let her grow, guys, and then we're gonna plant it when it gets all danger of frost and it gets time to plant. But traditionally, here right where we live, it's always been after Good Friday. Good Friday, you know, is when Jesus went down to the grave and was crucified and slain, and everybody calls that Good Friday. So it's right around Easter, guys. That's when we do our planting. Anyway, hope we did you a little bit of good there, sharing our information with you. Happy gardening, guys. Thanks for watching and subscribing.